Hi friends, it's Miss Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Feel free to let me know who is here and say hi. Tonight we are going to talk about bears. So let me know your favorite type of bear in the comments below. Shall we go ahead and get started? If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, stomp your feet. If you're ready for a story, rub your tummies. If you're ready for a story, rub your tummies. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, rub your tummies. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, nod your head. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, sit so still. If you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, if you're ready for a story, sit so still. Good job. Let's do open and shut them. Open and shut them. Open and shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open and shut them. Open and shut them. Put them in your lap, lap, lap. Group them, group them, group them, group them right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. Good job. All right, can anyone guess what kind of tree we have tonight? We have our orange tree. So what do we say when we eat the orange? We're going to go, it's juicy. Let's count those oranges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Way up high tree, 5 little oranges smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the orange. They are juicy. How many oranges now? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Way up high in the orange tree, 4 little oranges smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the orange. They're juicy. How many oranges now? 3. 1, 2, 3. Way up high in the orange tree, 3 little oranges smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the orange. They're juicy. How many oranges now? 2. Way up high in the orange tree, 2 little oranges smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the orange. They're juicy. How many oranges now? 1. Way up high in the orange tree, 1 little orange smiled at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the orange. They're juicy. Good job. All right, let's put our oranges away. And we are going to read our first book, which is called Adrift. Do we know what kind of bear this is? That would be a polar bear. Polar bears are white. So let's read Adrift, An Odd Couple of Polar Bears by Jessica Aline. Carl and Hazel are not friends. Carl thinks Hazel is mean. She never wants to play with the other polar bears. She doesn't talk very much. She likes to sit and daydream in a quiet spot by the water. Hazel isn't mean. She's just shy. Hazel thinks Carl is too loud and that he smells like old fish, which he does a little. One night there was a big crack. When they woke up, both Carl and Hazel were alone. In one direction, their home is getting farther and farther away, and in the other direction, it was an endless sea. As they float south, the ice melts and melts and melts until... Hi, it's me, Carl, from the land. I remember you. Of all the polar bears, Carl is stuck with the one who doesn't like to talk. Of all the polar bears, Hazel is stuck with the one who talks too much. There is only one thing left to do. This is my side. You cannot come past this wall. All by myself, says Carl. After that, they got closer and closer. They played games. I spy with my bare eye something that is blue. They take turns getting dinner. They sing songs. Carl always sings the loudest. And sometimes they just sit quietly and look out into the water. After a while, Carl doesn't smell too much like old fish. Or maybe Hazel has just gotten used to it. Sometimes Hazel worries that the ice will all melt before they see land. But she doesn't tell Carl. She doesn't want him to be worried. One morning, there's a tiny sliver of land in the horizon. And it gets bigger and bigger. We're saved, says Carl and Hazel. They imagine what they will do when they get to this new place. I will eat and eat. Do you think there are any fish in this new place, says Hazel. I will run and explore all by myself. The land looks bigger and bigger, even bigger than the ocean, and suddenly they miss their new little ice float. You're my best friend, Hazel, even when you're quiet. You're my best friend, Carl, too, even if you talk a lot. Good job. All right, we're going to do colors around you. So we have red like an apple, green like a tree, yellow like the sun, and blue like the sea. red and green and yellow and blue. These are the colors around you. Red like an apple, green like a tree, yellow like the sun and blue like the sea. Red and green and yellow and blue. These are the colors around you. Good job. So we have our bear, and we're gonna set up our strawberry bush. Let's go ahead and count those strawberries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now bears love berries. So bear is gonna eat these berries and we have to count down. So let's start with 5. 5 red strawberries, sweet to the core. Bear ate 1, and then there were 4. 4 red strawberries growing near a tree. Bear ate 1, and then there was 3. 3 red strawberries for you and you and you. Bear ate 1, and then there were 2. 2 red strawberries sitting in the sun. Bear ate 1, and then there was 1. 1 red strawberry left all alone. Bear came and ate it, and then there were none. Good job. All right, we're going to do flutter, flutter, butterfly. Can you get your butterflies out? So the easiest way to do it is put your palms out away from you. You're going to slide your thumbs together. You can also do your butterflies like this. Flutter, flutter, butterfly, floating in the springtime sky, floating by for all to see, floating by so merrily. Flutter, flutter, butterfly, floating in the springtime sky. Good job. We're going to do our 2 little blackbirds. We have Jack and we have Jill. 2 little blackbirds sitting on a hill. One named Jack and one named Jill. Fly away, Jack, and fly away, Jill. Come back, Jack. Come back, Jill. All right, let's have loud and quiet. 2 little blackbirds sitting on a hill. One named Loud, one named Quiet. Fly away loud, fly away quiet. Come back loud, come back quiet. Right, can we have fast and slow? 2 little blackbirds sitting on a hill. One named Fast and one named Slow. Fly away fast and fly away slow. Come back fast and come back slow. Good job. All right, our last book today is How to Share with a Bear. And this book is by Eric Pinder. One cold day, Thomas gathered some pillows and blankets and made a cozy cave. The cave was too dark to read in, so Thomas went to get a flashlight. When he returned, he could hear something bumping and thumping in the cave. Something big. Thomas peered inside, and 2 shy brown eyes stared back. It was a bear! Everyone knows that bears like berries, so Thomas made a trail of blueberries, leading away from the cave. Then he waited. Sniff, snort, snuff. Soon enough, the bear bumbled through the hall, bustled down the stairs, and disappeared. Quick as he could, Thomas got his favorite book and rushed back to the cave. Too late. The bear was already there. Caves never stay empty for long. Bears love to scratch their backs on trees, so Thomas found his mom's wooden back scratch, gave him a good scratching, then set the scratcher down outside to his bedroom door. The bear shuffled out to grab it. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Thomas crawled into the cave and started to read until a floating tuft of bear's fur tickled his nose. Achoo! He went to get a tissue. When he turned around, the bear was in the cave again. Bears love to fish in streams, so Thomas filled the sink and dropped in some bath toys. Splash, splash, splash. The bear came running. Thomas barely got comfortable in his cave before he heard a new noise. Rumble, burble, plink. The bear must have turned the water back on. Thomas went to shut the faucet off, and the bear passed him in the hall. Bears like honey, so Thomas set out a bowl of honey oat cereal in the kitchen. He put on his honey bumblebee costume and buzz, as loud as he could be. Then he dashed away, flapping his arms, leading the bear downstairs. The bear smelt the honey and stopped, gobbled up the cereal, while Thomas hurried to his cave. At last, he could read. That's when the bear came back, when he saw Thomas in the cave. He tried to snuggle in next to him, but the cave was too small. Then the bear started to cry. Thomas felt sad for tricking the bear. You can read too. He told him, come on, look. Thomas tried to make more room, but pushed out the walls. Cave in! Thomas poked his head out. The bear giggled. Thomas grinned. Let's build a bigger cave, he said. We can share. Thomas huddled with the bear in his big new cave. They shared a bowl of blueberries, and they shared a good book. And Thomas learned that bears like one thing even more than fish or blueberries or honey. They love being with their big brother. Good job. All right, let's do our Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Let's wave goodbye. We wave goodbye like this. We wave goodbye like this. With our friends it's story time. We wave goodbye like this. We stomp goodbye like this. We stomp goodbye like this. With our friends it's story time. We stomp goodbye like this. We clap goodbye like this. We clap goodbye like this. With our friends it's story time. We clap goodbye like this. Bye, friends. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope to see you next time.